Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. Hope you are doing good and great today. If you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and click the subscribe button and join the family, and do not forget to share this video to friends and family. Leave a comment in the comment section below on what you think, and let's dive into the video proper. Okay, this is the hair we're using for today's tutorial, and it's from SVT Hair company. They sent me 3 bundles and a frontal. The bundles are in 24 inches, and then the frontal is in 20 inches. And this is what the hair looks like. I like the fact that the coils is to the tip, the wefts are neatly sewn to each other, and the hair feels so soft and bouncy. And I also like the fact that the bundles are really full. This is what 3 bundles looks like. This frontal I like, but I still need to plug the frontal off camera. Okay, I also like the lace the frontal came in. It kind of matches the shade of my client's complexion, and if you do want to see a very detailed tutorial on how to plug a frontal, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below on how I made a wig with a frontal, hair and 3 bundles. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below, so in case if you are interested, go and check it out. The first thing you need to do after cornrowing the client's hair, which I also have a tutorial on that, how to cornrow for beginners, also going to leave the link of that video in the description box below. We are doing the stocking scalp method, and this stocking scalp is kind of lighter than her complexion, but I'm going to make it work. We'll go ahead to spray our edges with got to be free spray, and to also let you guys know that I did not bleach the knot of this frontal. So yeah, okay, after spraying it, to just help it dry faster, that's the spray. I'm using hand dryer to do that. So now I'm just chopping off the tiny pieces of stocking scalp by the sides of her ear, so that it can be able to help me trim off the excess stocking scalp in front of the hair. I always do this because sometimes while trimming off or chopping off the excess stocking scalp in front of any client's hair, if I just go ahead to chop it from the middle side, the ears tend to pull off. So I always kind of chop off or cut off little pieces by the ear sides, and then try to bring out our ear first before going ahead to start trimming it from the middle side. Hope you get what I'm actually explaining. Now I'm just using mini scissors to trim off the excess stocking scalp in front of her head. After trimming off the excess stocking scalp in front of her head, I'm using needle and thread to just secure the particular part where I actually want the frontal to be. So as I said before, I'm using needle and thread to sew in that part. I'm making sure that it's a little bit close to her forehead. I'm actually sewing it in from the left side of her ear to the right side of her ear, or from the right side of her ear to the left side of her ear, depending on how you are actually seeing it. I'm still using my mini scissors to cut off the excess stocking scalp at the back of her head, since I've already secured the part I want to use with needle and thread. So once that is done, I'm just using the shade of her powder just on the exact part where I want where the stocking scalp is, where I actually want the frontal to be. I'm just using it to kind of tone down the stocking scalp color so that it will fit, or it will look like her scalp. Now I'm just taking my time to measure the frontal and see if it actually fits her face, to see where to kind of put the frontal on her head before sewing it in with needle and thread. This step is very necessary while sewing a frontal. You have to be sure first before you kind of sew it in. While doing so, I'm just checking all sides to see if the laying is equal before sewing it down. So after measuring and also making sure that the frontal actually fits her front hair, we'll just go ahead to start securing the frontal, sewing it in using needle and thread to do so, like you guys can see. And while doing this, I'm actually being careful with the needle and thread so that I don't get to injure the client. And as I'm sewing from her ear, the other side of her ear to the other side of her ear. Okay, after sewing in the frontal, we just go ahead to start sewing in the bundles, and the bundles do not come in different lengths, so I'm just going to sew them in like that. They are all in 24 inches. So we start sewing in from underneath the cornrow, so that when she flip it up into like a ponytail, it will kind of have a flawless look. The powder application step is kind of optional. That is, sometimes it's preferable to kind of bleach the frontal before installation, but for me, I hardly bleach frontals for now, because the frontals, the bleach actually weakens the lace and then making the hair to kind of pull out. If you have been working with frontals for a longer period of time, you will notice that bleached frontals do not last long, like they kind of pull out, making the frontal to be very scanty, which will result to frontal damage. But the only good thing about this is that it makes the frontal look more natural than using powder. And as I'm sewing in, as always, I'm doing the turnover method. When I get to the end of a particular line, I flip it over to the next line and continue to sew in. Okay, to make the human head weft lay down flat, what you need to do that after turning it, push the needle from the top to the bottom. So I'll push it from the top to the bottom and then drag the thread upwards, so that it can kind of push the wefts, and it can kind of push the weft to lay flat. Hope you get what I'm explaining. And like I always say, you can do this more than once. Once you notice that the weft at that particular turn is not laid flat, you can do it more than once to make sure that it's actually laid flat before you continue sewing. A more very detailed tutorial will soon be up soon, so just stay tuned. And if you have not subscribed, you just go ahead to click the subscribe button and subscribe, so that you'll be notified when I upload a more detailed tutorial on how to sew in 101. It will be very detailed. Also, go ahead to give this video a big thumbs up. Okay, we'll just continue sewing and doing the turnover method until I get to the front. As I'm sewing, I'm trying to measure the space so that I can be able to sew in all 3 bundles onto her head. Okay, to complete the sewing at the back of her head, we just kind of take the last weft very close to the frontal and then sew the both sides together. That's, I'll sew both the frontal and the last weft to get together. Okay, once I'm done sewing in all 3 bundles onto her head, we just start doing or laying the frontal in front of her head. For laying of the frontal, I'm using ghost bond to lay the frontal. First, we just move the frontal backwards and then apply the glue or the stocking cap and spread it with a metal that I'm holding where I actually want the frontal to be, and then we use hand dryer to just help it dry faster on a low heat. Once that is dry, that's the first layer is dried, we'll go ahead to also apply it the second time, because she's going to be carrying this hair for a longer period of time. So I'm going to also apply the lace, the glue, the particular part where I actually apply the first ghost glue, so that, like I said before, it will last longer on her hair, that she can carry it for a longer period of time. Then still go ahead to use the hand dryer until it's sticky. For you to know that it's sticky, you have to use your hand, or you can use the color changes to know when it's about to, like, it's getting dry. You notice that the glue's color actually changed from being chalk white to clear. That's how to know that the glue has actually change its form to being sticky. Then you just go ahead to place the frontal on the particular part where you apply the glue, and while placing it, I'm actually adding little pressure to it so that the lace frontal will stick to the glue. Once that is done, I'm using mini scissors to just chop off the excess lace in front of her head, and I'm gently doing so that I don't make any mistake. just to cover the ends in front of the lace frontal, that's the little ends coming out. I'm just creating baby hairs, just little baby hairs, just to cover up those other parts of the lace that is kind of showing. Then after that, we just go ahead to tie it with this material around where I apply the bonding, the glue. All the details of this hair will be in the description box below in case if you are interested. The hair is really soft and you will enjoy this hair. This hair is fine. So yeah, I'm going to, like I said before, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below, all the details of the hair in the description box below in case if you are interested. And yeah, here's the final look. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I decided to style the hair into two different ways, the half up and back down, and then I also styled it into a C pattern. Hope you enjoyed this video. Are you able to learn something from this video? Please do not forget to click the button, the like button, and give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't to join the family so that you don't get to miss any upload, and also on your notifications so that you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Share this video to friends and family, and also leave a comment on the topic you want to see up next on this channel. We'll talk to you guys in my next video. Stay blessed.